Hello YouTube, this is Bash, bringing you here for the third battle of the battle pool on the NPL Tryout tournament. We are up against Krakenation and the Boston Bisharps, whose team consists of Mega Pinsir, Excadrill, Tyranitar, Latias, Whimsicott, Alamola, Emboar, Rotom, Muck, Ferrothorn, Ursaring, and Avalugg, with the Z captains being Latias and Emboar. My team consists of Victini, Suicune, Como, Sylveon, Nidoking, Raikou, Mega Aerodactyl, Registeel, Sneasel, and Lurantis, with Z captains being Como, Sneasel, and Lurantis. So first off, before I say anything, you should definitely go check out the team builder as well as Krakenation's YouTube, which he'll be uploading the other side of the battle. You should definitely check out my team builder though as well. I have the sets in there for what I'm bringing for this match. And pretty excited for that. So let me just go through a little quickly what the mons on my team are and what exactly movesets they have, because I'm not going to go into detail with them. If you really want to go into detail with it, go check out my team builder. Let's just see. First off, we have Mega Aerodactyl here. Mega Aerodactyl was Rock Slide, Earthquake, Roost, Defog set. Oh wait, that's not Defog. Oh wait, never mind, it's not Defog. Oh boy, it was Toxic instead of Defog. I changed it before the match. Rock Slide, Earthquake, Toxic, Roost. Toxic was for the Alamola, which did not show up. Rock Slide was for the Mega Pinsir and stuff, EQ and stuff. It hits his team. Como was a Dragon Dance, Drain Punch, Outrage, Poison Jabs, Dragonium Z set. Suicune was a Rest, Sleep Talk, or Scald set. Registeel was a Spadef set with Stealth Rocks, Protect, Toxic, Seismic. Raikou was a Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, HP Fire set with leftovers. And Lurantis was a physically defensive set with Defog, Synthesis, Superpower, and Knockoff. So let's get into this match real quick. He ended up bringing Mega Pinsir, which I did not expect at all. I didn't think Mega Pinsir was going to come. I felt like it had a really bad matchup against me, with both having Mega Aerodactyl and Raikou faster that could revenge it and not get beat by a quick attack. I also I wasn't really surprised about everything else. I wasn't sure if Whimsicott or Rotom was going to come. I felt like one or the other was going to come. I didn't know which one it was going to be. Wasn't much surprised about the Sand. I thought that would come. I wasn't surprised about Ferrothorn because I knew he was going to try to hazard stack me, and I wasn't really surprised about the Latias because that gives the offensive pressure as well. So let's get into this match. Turn 1, I believe I'm going to lead with Raikou. I didn't exactly have a designated lead for this matchup. I felt like Raikou was pretty good though, in the lead, for leading at least, because it pretty much hits everything pretty hard except for Guitar. So that's what I'm going to lead with. He leads with the Ferrothorn right here. So HP Fire has a chance to two-shot, right? A Spadef Ferrothorn. I believe it was like a 47 to 55 roll, 55% roll. So if I get the 2 rolls in my favor, I could knock this thing out with HP Fire. But I'm gonna go for the HP Fire for turn 1, as I get like a pretty much min roll, as he just gets Leech Seed recovery here, which is kind of annoying. I probably could have put it in range or pretty close to taking it out with 2, but it's fine. I'm just gonna Volt Switch here into Lurantis here, because I also went for the HP Fire in case he went to Excadrill, which wouldn't be that bad of a play. But I'm just gonna Volt Switch here into the Lurantis. Lurantis checks Ferrothorn very, very well and is able to take away all those hazard stacking options that Ferrothorn gets. I'm gonna Volt Switch here, go out to Lurantis here, as he's gonna set up spikes. So I knew this was gonna happen. I knew that hazard stacks was gonna come. He saw that I only had 2 defoggers, and I knew it was gonna happen. So I'm going to Lurantis. I'm gonna defog right here and see what he wants to do. If he decides to switch, that's fine. Make a play out. But I'm just going to defog. I do not want to deal with these spikes for right now until I get my rocks up at least. So I'm going to defog. Mega Pinsir comes in, and that's fine. I'm going to go straight out to Mega Aerodactyl here. I know it's not Mega Evolved, but close combat still doesn't OHKO me at that point. And close combat into Quick Attack doesn't take me out for Mega Pinsir into Aerodactyl, even when it's not Mega Evolved. So I'm going to go into Mega Aerodactyl here, as he's going to go for a return. He Mega Evolves, which is, I don't know, this is the best play, but he's going to go for SD here. And I immediately forced this thing out. But here's the thing. I feel like that wasn't the best play, because now you take 50% from rocks, and that Swords Dance was for nothing because Mega Aerodactyl forces out because I OHKO with Rock Slide. As he's going to switch out here into Ferrothorn, I'm just going to go for a Rock Slide and Mega Evolve of my own, and it doesn't really do that much, but I get to go straight back into Lurantis, or I could go into Registeel depending on what I want to do. Now that Mega Pinsir's Mega Evolved, I believe I got to Registeel and try to set my rocks here, just to wear that thing down. So I'm going to go to Registeel, and he's going to go for the Gyro Ball, which is pretty good for me because it doesn't do anything. It's pretty much almost Leftovers recovery. As I'm just going to set my rocks here. I believe he sets up a Spike, which isn't that bad. Oh no, he sets up a Leech Seed trying to get reliable recovery on me, which isn't that bad either, but it's kind of annoying, but it's not too horrible. And I'm going to make the play into Lurantis here and start pressuring this with Superpower. He sets up a Spike, which is annoying, but that's not bad. One Spike isn't horrible. And I'm just going to go for Superpower and start boosting up here. I do get Iron Barb damage, but that's not horrible, as he sets up another Spike, and I'm just going to kill this thing with Ferrothorn. No worry about over-predicting. I'm now at +2/+2. And this thing is really scary for his team now. And he's going to go out to Whimsicott, which I think is a very interesting play. I mean, he doesn't know that the two coverage moves I have don't hit this thing, really. But I believe at this point, Superpower is still 2 shots, Whimsicott. So I'm going to go for a Superpower. I'm going to go for a knockoff here, but he actually Encores me into Superpower. And I'm going to go for Superpower. And now I'm able to 2-shot this thing. And now he's in a bit of a bad situation, as he reveals to be Life Orb. Oops, don't want to see that. And I'm just going to go for another Superpower, and that goes down. And now we are in a really good situation. He goes into Mega Pinsir. He's forced to go into Mega Pinsir, take 49% from rocks. And I could let this thing, I could actually live a return, but I didn't want this thing setting up. So I decided to make the switch out into Mega Aerodactyl. I probably should have just went for the Superpower there, but it's fine. I could use Lurantis as a sack later, as I'm just going to be able to go for a Rock Slide here. He gets his Sandstream up, and I'm going to get some damage off on that thing. That's fine. And I'm going to be able to figure out what kind of set this is. I'm just going to go for Roost, Scout Out. I don't think Stone Edge is going to do that horrible much, but he actually does a lot. 54%, which is a higher roll, but that's fine. I'm just going to Roost it off. And he's going to show that he's actually rocks here. So now that he's trying to hazard stack me, that's fine. I don't really care too much. But at this point, EQ takes out T-Tar, and I'm at pretty much full health. So I really like that play here. I'm going to go for the EQ, take it out, and we are looking really good right now. In this, I believe it's this turn. He goes into Excadrill, yeah. He goes into Excadrill. At this point, I probably should have went for the EQ to prevent from setting up, because I could still... Como and Suicune could both take, I believe, a plus... can take a EQ, take an EQ at this point, even if it's Life Orb, as long as he's not SD'd up. But I decided to sack off Lurantis at this point, which isn't the best play, I think. But it's fine. I'm going to go out to Lurantis, and he is going to go for the SD. And now we are in a situation where I'm going to have to waste out these Sand turns, as it turns out he actually is the, I believe it's the Smooth Rock. So that means I have to waste out 3 more turns. So that means I could go out to here, sack him off. That's 1 turn wasted. I could go into Registeel here and go for Protect and waste off another turn. And at this point, he's going to go for the Iron Head, which is weird. But I'm gonna go for another protect to see if I could get the extra protect turn, and I actually do, which it doesn't really matter that much because he's just gonna go for a rapid spin. It's a little surprising, as now the Excadrill is done with Sand. I'm gonna go into Raikou, sack this thing off. It's not really useful for the rest of the match, and if I could get some Gyp damage on Excadrill, that's fine. He's gonna go for rapid spin. There's a decent amount of actual damage actually, but I don't need Raikou for the end game. I already have Mega Aerodactyl for Mega Pinsir, so. And I have Red to Steel for Latias, as he's gonna go for the Iron Head, take me out. I get the HP Fire off, and I'm looking pretty good now. I'm gonna go to Mega Aerodactyl here, and I believe he saves this thing. Yeah, he saves this thing and goes into Latias as I go for the EQ. That's fine. I'm gonna go straight into Registeel. Registeel can do really well against this. It's what it's really here for. And he's gonna go for a Psyshock. I don't know exactly what he is. He's life orb, but like I just don't know other than that really what he is, if he's like a calm mindset. But he's gonna switch out, predicting the Stealth Box, and I'm gonna go for a Toxic, which I think is the correct play. And to prevent this thing from setting up, I'm just going for a Seismic Toss here. Take this thing out. As he goes for SD, I don't want this thing to set up on me, so I'm just gonna take this thing out with the Seismic Toss plus Toxic damage. This thing goes down. Amazing. Now he only has Excadrill and Latias left, and Como just wins if I get a D-Dance up on Excadrill. So I'm just going to sack Suicune. Registeel still is useful for Latias, and Suicune's not really useful at all for Latias. Latias completely 1v1 Suicune at this point if Excadrill goes down. So I'm going to sack this thing off, and it's going to go. What's going to happen is it's going to go down to 1 HP here, which is very good for my team, as I'm going to bring in Como and be able to click D-Dance. I live 100%. He dies to Life Orb damage here. And I'm going to be able to sweep here. I'm going to be able to take out Latias with the Como, as I'm going to live that. He's adamant. The only way he can take me out is if he crit me. So I'm going to go into Como, click D-Dance, and click Z Outrage on the Latias and OHKO this thing. And we are moving on to 3-0. We are looking so good. We only have to win one more match, I believe, to confidently confirm that we are in the bracket stage of the playoff stage of the tournament. The last two opponents are in fact Ultra Player and Keegan. Hopefully you can pull out a W in one of the two. So until next time, well, thank you for watching this video. Until next time, Bash.